Hi my friends, we come up with a new video on English grammar and the compositions. In it, we see the sentence as our first chapter. When we speak or write, we use words. We generally use these words in groups as Little Jack or Horner sat in a corner. A group of words like this which makes complete sense is called a sentence. Kinds of sentences. Sentences are of four kinds. First, those which makes statements or assertions, as Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Second, those which ask questions, as where do you live? Third, those which express commands, requests, or entreaties, as be quiet or have mercy upon us. Fourth, those which express strong feelings, as how cold the night is, or what a shame. A sentence that makes a statement or assertion is called a declarative or assertive sentence. Second, a sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. Third, a sentence that expresses a command or an entreaty is called an imperative sentence. Fourth, a sentence that expresses strong feeling is called an exclamatory sentence. Now, starting with our next chapter, it is the subject and predicate. When we are make a sentence, first we name some person or thing, and second say something about that person or thing. In other words, we must have a subject to speak about, and we must say or predicate something about that subject. Hence, every sentence has two parts. The part which names the person or thing we are speaking about, this is called the subject of the sentence. Second, the part which tells about the subject, this is called the predicate of the sentence. The subject of a sentence usually comes first, but occasionally it is put after the predicate, as here comes the bus, or sweet are the uses of adversity. In imperative sentences, the subject is left out, as sit down. Here the subject you is understood, or thank him. Here to the subject you is understood. Here the exercise is grammar. In the following sentences, separate the subject and the predicate. I will providing you with 10 examples in which you can write it down and separate subject and the predicate. First is the cackling of geese saved Rome. Second, the boy stood on the burning deck. Third, Tubal Cain was a man of might. Fourth, stone walls do not make a prison. Fifth, the singing of the birds delights us. Sixth, Miss Kitty was rude at the table one day. Seventh, he has a good memory. 8. Bad habits grow unconsciously. Ninth, the earth revolves around the sun. 10. Nature is the best physician. Do the exercise and clear with what we learned before. Starting with our third topic, and it is the phrase and the clause. Examine the group of words in a corner. It makes sense, but not complete sense. Such a group of words which make sense but not complete sense is called a phrase. In the following sentences, the groups of words in bold are phrases. Example: the sun rises in the east. Here in the east is bold. Second example: Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. On a wall is a phrase here. Third, there came a giant to my door. To my door is a phrase here. It was a sunset of great beauty. Of great beauty is a phrase here. Fifth example is the tops of the mountains were covered with snow. Of the mountains is phrase here. Sixth, show me how to do it. How to do it is a phrase here. Examine the group of words in bold in the following sentences. He has a chain of gold. Other example is he has a chain which is made of gold. In both sentences we recognize the first group of words as a phrase. The second group of words, unlike the phrase of gold, contains a subject which and a predicate is made of gold. Such a group of words which forms part of sentence and contains a subject and a predicate is called a clause. In the following sentences, the group of words in bold are clauses. First example is people who pay their debts are trusted. Who pay their debts is a clause which contains the predicate and the subject both. Second example is we cannot start while it is raining. While it is raining is a clause. Third example is I think that you have made a mistake. Have made a mistake is a clause. In all above three examples, we see the subject and the predicate works together and forms a clause. Thanks for watching my video. We come up with next lesson on grammar and composition. Stay tuned, and if you like my video, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.